What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about the Hillary hole. And what is the Hillary hole? It's a scary hole there. What is the Hillary hole? What prompted this video is a question. I've got several comments on videos, specifically on Smith & Wesson revolvers, because that's where the Hillary hole's at. Stating, I don't understand all the hate for the Hillary hole. What's about the Hillary hole? Stop talking about the Hillary hole. It's not that big a deal, all this kind of stuff. So I decided to make this video to explain why the older gentlemen, such as myself, might have an issue with the Hillary hole and some of the ways you can remedy it. But there's really three main reasons why people that were alive back then, because some of these people leaving these comments weren't even alive, so they don't understand. People that were alive back then, when they decided to do this, and it pissed off a lot of people. So this was pre-internet, okay? So you got a lot of your info from the mainstream media, because those were the only channels there. And when it came to guns, you got it from like gun counter talk, range talk, guy hangout talk, and paper magazines like Guns and Ammo and American Handgunner and stuff like that. When this was instituted into the gun, this, in case you know, this is the Hillary hole, and we'll get a little bit into that. I'll do a close-up of it. When that was put as a feature on Smith & Wesson revolvers, it was in response to proposed like legislation and lawsuits and all this crap that President Clinton's administration was coming after gun manufacturers. So Smith & Wesson, in their infinite wisdom, thought they'd be proactive or preemptive, whatever word you want to use, and jump on it before it even passed, before it came to pass. They would implement some of the changes in it. And one of them was this internal locking system thing. Well, the legislation or the lawsuits and all this kind of crap failed, and it was not required. So gun manufacturers didn't do it. Most of them waited before it came along. They didn't do it. They didn't have to do anything. But Smith & Wesson already had their guns like this. So they continued to carry it on. And people were like, that's funny. Why are you still doing this? It's not required to do it anymore. And they just kept doing it. And now I don't remember correctly. Somebody correct me in the comments if I get this wrong. But there was a time that Smith & Wesson was owned by a British company or UK company. It was owned by a foreign company. And a lot of people were like, that's weird because they're really anti-gun. I think it was an English company. I think they were English investors or something. But they were like super anti-gun, and they made a lot of mistakes, and they were struggling back then. So they kept it going, and people were like, what the heck are you doing? Okay. So that's one of the main reasons. That's what kicked it off. So in case you don't know, for the people that don't know out there, that's the Hillary hole right there. What is that? That is an internal hammer lock that will lock the hammer back if you put a little key in there and turn it. It's like a safety. Not really a safety. It's a lock. It's a gun lock, an internal gun lock. So the three main reasons are, one, Smith & Wesson screwed the pooch politically, pissed a lot of gun owners off with that preemptive move and not changing it back. Two, and a lot of people that are revolver aficionados, that looks like crap. It's just an eyesore. And yes, I know you can buy a plate to replace it and yada yada and all this jazz. And everybody says, I know. I've known for years. Right after this started becoming common on Smith & Wessons, people started making aftermarket manufacturers started making the plates that'll go in there and replace that. But you still have like a stainless steel nub there. But it does look a lot better than this crap. So first reason they were pissed off was, or we were pissed off back then, because I was one of them, because I love the lines, beautiful lines of revolver, and that messes it up. But it was the political thing. One, it looks like crap. It was a politics thing. Two, it looks like crap. And three, they have been known, now it has not happened to me, but they have been known to inadvertently engage when you're shooting the really high recoiling revolvers, such as the 44 Magnums and the 500 Smith & Wessons and the 460s, all the big bore ones. Under recoil, we have seen it, the boom, when it comes back down and it's click, 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 because the internal lock, as it gets wore out, especially if it's shot a lot, it'll it'll engage automatically because there's so much recoil. So that's a problem. But that is, for those who don't understand, again, I got a bunch of comments, not a bunch, but I got some comments like, I don't understand the Hillary hole. Because when I do a Smith & Wesson revolver review, if it has the Hillary hole, I'm going to say it. If it doesn't, I'm going to say, thank goodness it doesn't have the Hillary hole, because I hate that damn Hillary hole. But for those who don't understand, now I've explained it to you. There's three main reasons. The political side, that they caved to the government, and then it wasn't even like they were required to do it. They just jumped ahead thinking they were, we're going to suck up to the government. Look at us. We're being nice, Big Daddy government. It looks like crap to a lot of people, me included. And three, they can inadvertently engage, which basically effectively turns this gun into a paperweight. Now, with all that being said, did it prevent me from purchasing this firearm? No. And I purchased this, I want to say, it's time of filming this like 2 years ago. I didn't have a choice though. If you wanted the 686 plus, and that's what this is, the 7-shot, which is what I wanted, you have to deal with it. So again, I could go buy the plate and replace it. I don't really want to. I don't care enough to do that. I might do it in the future. It's one of those things like, I hate it, but it's not like I have to run right out and do it. So, but there it is. For all those who don't know, oh, wait, let me say one thing. Taurus also, I had this sitting here. I just noticed it. I forgot I was going to mention it. Taurus had it too. They had an internal lock right there on their hammer, on their older guns, okay? Taurus even got rid of it. Look at, Taurus got rid of their internal locks. So why can't Smith & Wesson? But I will say this, at the time of filming this, now this is April 2025. At the time of filming this, Smith & Wesson has released a line of mountain guns that does not have it. And there are rumors that on the horizon, all of those will go away, which then will be awesome. Then I wonder if it'll become like a collector thing of the days gone by of the boo-boo Smith & Wessons with that on there. Who knows? But so there it is, guys. There's the explanation for those who didn't understand of why there is such a hate, especially from the older guys, as revolvers get more popular nowadays, for the Hillary hole. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.